Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you had a great weekend. And today is day 5 of the 21 days to releasing the fear of the future. And the topic for today is one that is so near and dear to my heart. It's fear that I won't reach my full potential. And I tagged 2 of you on there that said this. One posted it as a request, and one of you said, "That's me too." So for anyone that's ever had this fear of not reaching your full potential, what I want to start with is I invite you to consider that's a construct of the ego, that we have to reach our full potential. And that's part of being human and living in whatever culture we live in, that it's like, I've got to reach my full potential. As if we haven't come in with our full potential already in us. And to me, the way I see this is we get bogged down in our culture by what a model of success looks like, what it means to reach your full potential. And most of the times, what I hear in the reaching of your full potential is, again, what I call the constructs of the ego consciousness. Like, what do I do if I don't reach my full potential before my life is over? And think about, how do you feel? How do you feel when you have a belief or a fear of, I'm not going to reach my full potential? Like, what does that, sorry, there's all kinds of notifications coming up, but what does that mean? Like, I'm afraid I'm not going to reach my full potential. But what if you already are your full potential? And what if the only thing that's in your way is the constructs of the culture that you live in and the programs that you had? And what if all you have to do is keep attending to the blocks that are in the way of that, and then the full potential, that who you truly are, your most authentic self, comes through? What I hear, again, with full potential is, I have to be successful, and success has to look in this certain way. I have to make this kind of money. I have to live in this kind of house or drive this kind of car, or it might not even be that, but it's like, if I'm not out there, from many spiritually minded people are like, if I'm not out there serving humanity, I haven't reached my first potential. If I'm not like Mother Teresa, or I'm not spending my days helping others, then I'm not reaching my full potential. So again, the barometer is, how do you feel? How do you feel when you're afraid that you are not reaching your full potential? And this is where I say, I believe that's the bully. That's the bully in our brain that sounds really reasonable, sounds, totally calm, cool, collected. Got to reach my full potential. I mean, if I don't reach my full potential, but because of how you feel, that you feel bad. And when you feel bad, again, that's an indication to me, the bully in your brain, the critical voice, the ego consciousness is running your show. It's telling you, if you don't reach your full potential, like that. So let's tap. Karate chop. Even though I have this belief that I need to reach my full potential, or my life really isn't worthwhile, I choose to honor these feelings now. Even though I have a belief, and this belief tells me I better reach my full potential before I go, I choose to acknowledge these feelings now. I've got to reach my full potential. Otherwise, my life is wasted. I need to find my purpose. I mean, I have to have a purpose in life. I have to have a purpose for being here. And if I don't find out what my purpose is, I'll never reach my full potential. And that would be a life that's wasted. And these kinds of thoughts feel so heavy to me. These kind of thoughts weigh me down. Because when I'm telling myself I need to reach my full potential, and I somehow believe I'm not doing that, I just feel bad. And I don't think I'm meant to feel bad about myself, about my life, about how I'm showing up in the world. But when I start to listen to the culture, when I start to listen to society, when I start to listen to the personal development world, they're all about reaching your full potential. And if you don't, it's a waste. And what if none of this is true? What if, as I soften and find relief from the belief that I've got to reach my full potential, what if I start to feel better? Better about myself? Better about my life? And what if that creates the opening for my intuition that brings guidance and direction for the steps to take in my life, to live my authentic self? What if a path gets revealed to me that is so much greater than my small self can imagine? What if I could put an offering up that says something like this: take over this life. Just show me the next step for the fullest and highest expression of this life. And use me. Use me to spread more light into this world, in however that looks. Free me from this prison of longing and wanting things that the small self tells me I should want. Open me up to a greater vision than I've ever imagined. And use me to do the best and highest in the world. And take a breath. I've talked about this many times, and unhooking from the culture that we live in and the constructs of the ego, and even in the personal development world, all the pithy quotes and the stuff that they're saying, you know, if it's going to be, it's up to me, and put your big girl or big boy pants on and make it happen. It's like pulling the IV out of the arm, because we're so enculturated with it. We can feel like we're doing the wrong thing if we're not following the ego's agenda, because our culture and our world is just riddled with it. Everywhere you turn and everywhere you look, even books that are meant to help us or programs that are meant to help us are very often about, do this is the way to get it done. And I'll share this. I was watching a pretty famous coach that came through my Facebook feed the other day, and I was really surprised, and I really thought, I would hate to be someone who's really vulnerable and in a vulnerable place trying to ask for help in this arena. Because what was said is, write this down. Along with the law of attraction is the law of Goya. And I'm thinking, isn't that a drink company in Mexico that does tropical drinks, Goya? I mean, that's what I remember. That it's a French painter also. But the coach was saying, write this down, write it down, all in caps, G-O-Y-A, G-O-Y-A, Goya, the law of Goya. Look it up on Google right now, look it up. And the person that was coming to him for a query was quite vulnerable, in my view. And then he's like, I'll tell you what it is. It's get off your ass. Get off your ass, Goya. And I was like, God dang. I mean, so many of us have been subjected to that. And how could we help it? Because that's the culture that we've grown up in, and that's what we've learned to believe makes us, quote, reaching our full potential, being a better human being, being the best version of ourselves, as if we already aren't, as if we didn't come in as the best version of ourselves that's already there, already installed. It's like the sun is always in the sky. It's just sometimes clouds move in, rain comes in and covers over the fullness of who we are. And the beauty of tapping or any other technique that can help sort of clear the blocks is it creates the space and opening to remember the truth of who you really are, to come back to the most authentic version of yourself. So thank you so much for this topic. It's a great topic, and I hope you found this helpful. And if you did, just tap on it as many times as you need to. And I can't tell who's here. I saw a little heart, but thank you for being here live. And we're back tomorrow with day 6. So see you back here then. Take good care. Bye for now.